What is going on, YouTube? So today I'm going to be doing an interview with Naj from Blue Girls Club. Before I get started, make sure to like, comment, subscribe below, and let's get it started. All right, what's up?
What's good, y'all?
All right, this is Naj from Blue Girls Club. The reason why I wanted to do some of these Blue Girls Club interviews is if you look online, there's not a lot of interviews with some of you girls. There's like a couple, but they didn't really go into detail about what happened like in the show, so that way you guys could tell the backstory about what was going on in the house and stuff.
Okay.
So first to start, what made you want to do the show?
Um, to be honest, I didn't really know like what it was about for real. I knew it was kind of like Bad Girls Club. So I was
Hmm.
like, I'm just gonna audition to see if I'm gonna get in. Like it wasn't
Yeah.
really so like I was stuck on it. It was just like I auditioned, and when I seen they gave me the hype, I was like, okay, I really want to do this shit. Like fuck it.
Okay. When you guys got to the airport, like what was like your like vibe with everybody yet? Like who did you see when you guys first landed to the airport? Like, and tell us the whole casting process. Like did they make you like just send a video and then he went off of there, or like did he want a background check on y'all? Like
No, okay. So technically, how it all started, like it was just like sending in a regular video introducing yourself, and then also sending the OnlyFans video that's like a little more sexy, like just something that could just show me like your personality type shit.
yeah.
So that's what I did. Of course I got picked. We get to the airport. I see Halo and Self Made, my two bitches. So the thing was, I was really talking to them like before the show, like we even got in the house. So
Hmm.
I knew like I was going to end up seeing them, but I honestly didn't know I was going to see them at the airport.
Hmm.
So it was just kind of like coincidental that I seen both of them and I met up with them and we all went like we rode on the same plane and shit and like figured it all out together. So it was
Okay.
exciting. Like I fuck with them, so it's like when I seen them, I was hyped.
How long did he give you guys for you guys to like get to that? Did he give you guys like a week notice before going, or just like a couple days
Um,
before?
it was like a couple weeks. I think it was like a couple weeks over time. It was just like we wasn't really. It was more so like the fans. He was like everything like get up to that point, letting everybody get hype about the show and shit. Then we finally got our plane tickets because we didn't have our plane tickets at first. We didn't know
Mhm.
whether like what he was doing, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know really what was going on. So once we got the plane tickets and we like checked in and stuff, we knew it was lit. Like so we
Yeah.
was just like bet we in there, we in there.
Okay. So you guys get to the house. What was your first impressions of the girls, and did anybody in the house like rub you the wrong way from the moment you got to the house?
Um mm-hmm.
Somebody did.
So I would say Cartier,
Hmm.
she wasn't at the house yet, but like it was like word saying like on the blogs and shit that she was talking shit on us because she had made it on time.
Oh,
And
okay.
we was all drunk, so we was just like we ain't scared of her, like we was just talking, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't on time, like if you can't make the like you can't make it here, obviously you don't want to make it, like you can't
Right.
make the cut. Like we was just saying that for real, for real. Like if you ain't gonna be on time, I mean that's the least you could do. But anyway, it was really her. I didn't have a problem with nobody because like I didn't have a reason to have a problem with nobody.
Hmm.
Um so yeah, like but it was just kind of like the vibe of Savvy
Yeah.
was irritating me. But I liked her. Like I was kicking, like talking to her beforehand. I didn't know why she was fighting them people. You feel me?
Right.
So I was kind of looking at her like I didn't know it was for fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking she actually got problems. So I'm
Right.
like, why the fuck you like? Why you like? That's weird. Like why you want to fight everybody? Like
And y'all just got there.
yeah, like I mean I know you trying to show out and all that, but why are you doing all that? Like the fuck? Yeah.
Okay. So then the first episode finishes, and then you guys get to the second episode. They show you guys filming DDG's video. How long were you guys in the house before that took place?
Ooh, I would say like 2, 3, probably like I probably say like 4, 5 days.
Okay.
I feel like because like we got right into shit. Like we was
Yeah.
like right into it. Like he was making sure we was doing shit. You know what I'm saying? It was just everybody kept bugging us about the episodes when we wasn't really knowing when they would drop. So
Right.
it was kind of like shit was like after, of course. So
Right.
but yeah, I would say like 4 or 5 days. Like
And the rooming situation, how did that go? Like, did he tell you guys, hey, you're gonna be in the room with this girl and this how much girl's gonna be in here? Or like
okay,
how did the
so
rooming situation go?
none of us knew.
Yeah.
None of us knew. All right, we just like okay. When we get here, we might have to fight for the beds. Like we all knew
Right.
what's gonna happen. So like when we first got there, I ran to my bed
Mm-hmm.
and secured my spot. We all did that and shit. It was like a problem with Halo and Rose about the bed because let me just put it like this. Technically, Rose let a bitch punk her about her bed. Technically, I feel like
Right.
she gave her bed up to Drina,
Mm-hmm.
and then they technically punked Halo out of her bed.
Right.
But you know, Halo is my homie, so I had something to say. But Halo was like, "Fuck it, it's okay, it's just a bed." You know, everybody was like, "It's just a bed," but I'm like, I got my bed, so I'm not really tripping. But I'm like, Rose, how you gonna give your bed up? Like, let somebody punk you about your bed and say somebody else's bed. Like, it's like.
Right.
So that's the only problem, like I said, we had about the room situations because I wasn't giving my shit up for nobody. Like, I didn't have no problem with nobody in my bed because I wasn't like about to argue about it because I had my bed like with me. So
Right.
yeah.
And then with the
I guess I wasn't giving my shit up.
with the amount of girls you guys had this season, do you guys think they casted too much girls versus the first season? Because y'all had, I think, 14 girls the whole season, and then last season they had like 9 or 8.
So that's why I felt like people was gonna have to go home.
Yeah.
I was thinking like there was gonna have to be somebody that has to go home. Like I didn't know that he was gonna keep bringing in replacements. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was gonna try to knock it down, but I don't know. He probably just wanted it to be more girls, to be more drama, to be more filming. You know what I'm saying? Because like honestly, I didn't like how many bitches there was because then you had to hear them complaining about the store run. Nigga, there's 14 bitches up in here like we need our shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be trying to tell us this what we don't need. It's 14 of us. Like, you got 14 bitches who got different needs. Like, come on.
Right.
That and then like I don't know, like just I didn't like the attitudes and shit. That's why it was just like I was cool with everybody. I didn't want to click up with just one set of people. That's why I didn't see me with these people all the time or these people all the time. I was really with like everybody for real.
So. Right. And then during the second episode, during the music video, Bonnie and Krishan ended up coming. Did they give you guys like a heads up, like they're coming to the house, or like did they just pop up without asking, and then that's why Blue got mad? Like, what was going on with that? And then what happened with that whole fight afterwards?
Okay, so the fight. Thing about that is, I guess Drina had an issue with Rock about something. So Drina, I guess, been on Blue dick, and she and Drina, her and Rock started having some problems or whatever.
Yeah.
Me personally does not have nothing to do with me. I was cool with Drina, but like I'm not about to like argue with Drina about Krishan. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got a problem with her, you got a problem with her. I don't even know Krishan like that. But I fuck with Krishan. I like her, like, you know what I'm saying? I can't deny that I like her, like, you know. But shit, when they came, we didn't know. I ain't never seen Rock in person. I like her. So when I seen her, she walked up, you know, I'm like, oh shit, y'all here to have fun? Y'all here to have fun? She like, yeah, we here to turn up. You know, I shook her hand and stuff, and I was like, come on, like, let's go get wet. Like, you know what I'm saying? They came with good vibes. I didn't feel anything bad about them, like their vibes at all. Like it was cool. Like, and then they just got snatched out of there. They was told to go, and that was the end of it for me. I was like, what the fuck? Like, why can't they stay? Like, but I'm pretty sure I know why they couldn't stay because like it's season 2. Like, there's no point for y'all to be here for real. But I mean, yeah.
And then next thing you know, you see Seven and Drina start going at it, and that's when Seven was going down the stairs yelling like, "You're not fucking with me." You know how Seven was yelling.
Because I guess they got into a little scrapple because somebody thought the other was being fake.
Oh, about not confronting Krishan.
Yeah, we'll be able to Krishan. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like the fans thought I was fake because I made a comment. At the end of the day, I'm grown as fuck. I can opinionate on anybody I want to. That is not mean that I do not like them, okay? Like, I've been saying since before I even got on the show, I like Krishan. So it's like, you know, can't nobody tell me who I don't and who I don't like. It's just they were into because I don't really know. I just know Drina tried to boo bop her. She was small, you know. So Seven was better out there. Like, I'm the smallest bitch in the house, and you're trying me, bitch. You're the biggest bitch here. Like, why are you doing that?
How you said in your confessional, boo wop, doo wop, bop, bop.
Okay, like, yeah. So
So the next thing you know, throughout the second episode, they show Savvy just start fighting everybody randomly, just like how you mentioned in the beginning. Like, did the security like kind of pump her? Because we see like D-Lo in her ear, like telling her, like, did she make sure you guys know that like this is just for fun, or like did she really
no,
just start
like
not liking
how
you
I
guys?
looked at it after I seen the episodes, I looked at it
Yeah.
as like she wanted to fight. She just didn't know who. Like, she didn't
Mm-hmm.
know who she wanted to start with. It was kind of like she was asking them to go find anybody to fight her. So I was
Right.
just looking at her as more messy because, of course, you're telling them to go find you someone to fight. They're gonna go find you someone to fight. They want it for cameras. Like, you're giving them what they're wanting. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I wasn't feeling her for real like that. But I can't deny she's sexy. You know what I'm saying? I don't like her and shit like that. But it's just like, I don't know. It's just I didn't like that shit. Like, why are you looking to fight anybody? You could have got your ass drugged down there. Like, you glad nobody put me down there with you because I would
Right.
get the
Right.
fuck out of her. I'm just saying, like, it was just a shit for me. Like, I didn't like that. I'm not messy. I don't do shit for clout. I've never been a clout chaser. I didn't have nothing but 400 and something followers before the show. Do you think I
Yeah.
care? Like, I don't give a fuck about no
Right.
they see me fight nothing. Like, for real. So she
We
just was
saw who the
playing
clout
off.
chasers were after the show ended, so I didn't think you were one of them. But after
Okay,
you
thank
saw,
you. Thank you.
yeah, I'll say that for sure. So then, afterwards, Savvy ended up calling the wrong name. So you guys were like by the stairs. She was like, "Oh, and Star." I guess she meant to call somebody else's name. So then Star runs up on her. Did she see that coming? Like, did Savvy just see that coming, or like, did she do that on purpose to try to be funny, or did she really just mess up her name on accident?
Honestly, like in the spur of it, I was like the sideline. I really didn't know, but I did. Like, it was kind of like I was hearing bits and pieces. Like, Star was right next to me, like yelling, doing her
Yeah.
thing. Like, and when she came to me, she was like, "How the fuck she gonna say my name?" You know what I'm saying? So when she said that, I'm thinking like, "Well, shit, you said her name. Like, that's why she hit you. Like, you feel me?"
Right.
So I didn't know until Savvy said like, "I didn't mean to say her name." Boom, boom, boom. So I'm just like, "Well, misunderstanding. You got hit. Don't
Right.
mess up next time." It's just like you can't blame her either for cracking you. You should have never
That,
said her name.
that was so funny to me when I seen that happen.
So it
Like,
was an accident. I could personally say I feel like it was. But
yeah.
like, hey, you called her name, shorty. Like, I probably would have boo bopped you too.
So next thing you know, they show everybody like grouped up near the couches, and then Savvy's calling out Cartier for sneaking in apparently a phone in the house. Did Cartier have a phone in the house, and did any other girls, if you don't mind saying, had a snuck anything in the house? I
Mm,
know season 3 coming up, so like I don't know, you can't
well,
say, yeah,
my bitches been saying, you know what I'm saying, they have phones in the houses. So if people been paying attention, don't know who have phones in the houses because you could clearly tell.
yeah.
Me, I didn't have one in the house. Like I said, I was the dummy that didn't bring an extra phone.
Hmm.
But no, she did have a phone, but it was for work. I can
Oh, okay.
honestly say that. I can say Cartier had a phone for work because she was working while she was on the show.
Yeah,
So salute to that bitch. I still don't like her, but
yeah.
she was working, and that's where the phone came from. But Savvy was
Oh,
being like,
okay.
that's why I wasn't really fucking with her. Like, she was cool, but I wasn't fucking with her because she was snitching and shit. Like, why are you
Right.
even telling that she got a phone? Like, damn, you want her to tell on you? Like, come on now, shorty. Like, why you just snitching? Like, but you know, like, but that whole thing, it was just kind of like I was getting on Cartier because there's a girl calling her out. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And you're sitting here explaining yourself to us like you're making it more of a situation. If you don't
Right.
want to fight that person, I think the best thing to do is just shut up. You know what I'm saying? Go to
Mm.
the room or something. You don't have to do that, but when you sit around still doing what you're doing around the people, like around her and shit, it's gonna become more of a problem. So instead of her removing herself and shit when it first began, when she didn't want to fight, that's what was irritating me because I could see if they had fought already, they had like a, you know, and she just didn't want to fight again or whatever the case is. But it was just like y'all, like she's like, come on, like you're still talking shit. So I'm like, if you're not gonna fight her, shut up. Like I'm tired of hearing you talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not gonna fight her, don't talk about it. Like you're running
Right.
your mouth for nothing, you know. But Cartier is not weak. Like So I'm just not understanding why she was even allowing like her to even keep calling her out, and she wasn't gonna fight. Like,
so then you guys end up going out, and they cut like the scene. I wish Blue had more cameramen, and I hope you do this for season 3 because y'all was in the limo, and then a fight broke out. So apparently, Star hit Cartier, and then you ended up fighting Cartier afterwards. Like, what happened in that limo scene that was cut off?
mm. So Star came for Cartier
Mm-hmm.
because Cartier was saying some weird shit. Okay. Um, Cartier was saying some weird shit. So Star was like fucking with her on the bus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and me, I wasn't really in their mouth because like the people that was around was like more so like, oh, what's going on? Like, I'm sitting there just like, oh shit, like I really don't know what's going on, but I know something about to happen. And then Star just got up and choked her, you know what I'm saying? Rose hopped in for whatever reason. I don't know why she hopped in. She came for her bitch, but we all don't even know each other. Like, but she was self-made, but we didn't know each other for you to be hopping in. Like, just too much for me. So they fought or whatever. Like I said, I wasn't really feeling Cartier because it was shit that was said before she had got there, remember? And I just wasn't feeling her like that. Like, I didn't hate her or nothing. It was just like she got the comment like coming for all of us in that area. So we all got to screaming back, you know, like, bitch, fuck you. That's you got your ass blood, boo boo boo. You know. I fought Cartier because at the end of the day, I'm all about me. I'm all about my respect. And like, my name wasn't on that seat, but it's like this though. You didn't ride in this car. We all rode in this car. You know what I'm saying? The thing you could have did was nicely ask me if it's so we could like if I could accommodate you or something. If I could ride in that other car today or something. But no, like we rode here in this car. So of course I'm coming back to this car. Whatever car you came in, you should have went to. So then when I asked her what she was doing, she gonna look back at me like, getting in the car, like the fuck, like, and I'm
Was
like,
she in a state of shock? Because we saw the video, the fight on like somebody recorded it, but I don't think it was the cameraman. I think it was one of the girls. When you grabbed her outside that car, was she like shocked, like damn, like this bitch just grabbed
I don't. That's it. She kind of shocked me. I'm not gonna lie, because me personally, if somebody grabs me, the first time I'm swinging, you know what I'm saying? So I could automatically say and honestly say that I did underestimate her in that moment. That's why she was able to scratch my nose, just because, like, I was just feeling like she was weak. Like, if I just grabbed you out, you gonna try to get back in. Like, what are you trying to crawl back in for? You should have turned around and started beating my ass if that was the case. Like, you feel me? There's no reason why I had to grab you for the second time. And yeah, like, you did get that little scratch with the little bag, whatever you had in your hands. But at the end of the day, like, it was just, yes, I did underestimate Shorty, but still, like, don't play with me. Like, I'm not here to bully nobody. I wasn't bullying her for her size. I'm small just like her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the fact that everybody tried to say I was bullying her, I'm not a bullying type. It's just she tried to play with me like I was one of them. And hold on, like, don't look back at me like I'm a peasant, bitch. Like, I said, what are you doing? Like, you didn't ride in here. And then when I pull your fucking arm and shit, you didn't do nothing. Like, you just got back in the car, try to get back in. So I'm thinking you're soft. Like, oh, she's real soft. Like, come on, bitch. Like, yeah. So that's why, I didn't see the point in fighting every day and every day. I just say a lot of crazy shit when I get hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I just be like, bitch, we fight every day and every day after that and every day after. Like, I'm a grown woman at the end of the day. Like, if we get understanding that we don't have to fight every day, it's okay. Yeah. So that's why when we got back to the house, I knew that I wasn't gonna be able to fight her. Like, fight her. And the way that this shit happened, it wasn't that deep to me to be sneaking. I don't sneak and shit. So it wasn't that deep for me to be doing all that extra shit. It was just like, bitch, when we get to the house, I need my ones, bitch, and that's on period. And I don't give a fuck, and that's that. And that's what we did. And that's why I gave her respect. And I let that be known on the show. Like, she got hurt. You know what I'm saying? But she just wasn't fucking with me. I'm just saying.
Like, okay. And then Persia was drunk and crying the whole season. Did anybody like tell like Blue like, hey, like maybe this house not good for her? Because like every scene that we seen of her, it was just her crying like, oh my baby daddy, da, da, da. Like her saying, oh, he's in jail, fuck the system. Like, what was going on with Persia? Like,
I don't know if she's agreed to have an interview with you yet.
I haven't contacted her yet. I will though.
Okay, well,
She's
I
just
don't
doing
really
good
know
now,
the deep.
apparently.
Yeah, I don't know the deep thing about behind what she was talking about her baby daddy and shit. Like I know a little bit, but it's not my place to say because I
Yeah,
don't want to say and then like not have my
yeah,
story straight, whatever. But she was going through some stuff from back home, and every time she got drunk, also there was a lot of drugs in the house that I did not know about at the time until after the show. So she was
mm,
off drugs too as well. So that's where a lot of her trips came from, was drugs that the
yeah,
girls were supplying her that are talking shit about her. So that
yeah. I
she
know
is
about that.
grown, she should be able to manage herself and
Mm,
I'm saying know what she's taking and stuff. But she was just so emotional.
yeah,
She just it was like she wanted to be there, but she really didn't want to be there. She wanted her phone. That was her main thing, like using her phone and like and we was just all just like I'm not good with crying and stuff. I'm
yeah,
not one of those. I'll hug you and shit, but I can't be around nobody just crying and shit. Like that's just me. Like so, I really cared for Shorty, but I couldn't be the one to like. It's okay. I can, So I felt bad when she left because I liked her, but it just fucked me up that people was like tight with her and then treating her like shit later on. And I was
yeah.
like, damn, if I would have just took her up under my wings, she'd have been good. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't, so I feel bad about that. But she's grown, she's older than me, so I'm like, shit, you can't handle yourself, then what's fun of me? My little ass gonna do.
Was you near when Cripsess and her ended up fighting in the room? Because
No.
that's one of the main reasons why she ended up leaving. She ended up fighting Cripsess, and the next thing you know, she was just like, she don't want to do it no more, and then she left.
If you would have called, no, I'm saying if you called it, Crip Sex is weak.
You don't think she
Like,
should have fought her because she was drunk? Like you could tell, Persia was drunk. A lot of the
you
fans
know
were
why
saying
I
that in the
say that is
comments.
because
Yeah,
if you ever notice, Crip Sex screams like she cries wolf all the time. I was this, I was like when she said about Jazzy, I was off shrooms, I was drunk, I was this, I was that. So like you feel good about whooping her ass when she was depressed and drunk and shit.
yeah,
Like, and she was just trying to talk to you. Yeah, she was doing too much, but at the same time, like, you could have removed yourself from her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you acting like you had to put your hands on her for real like that. And that's what, like, bothered me. But the thing is, all I could say is, though, like, I wasn't about to be fighting for that either.
hmm,
Like I wasn't about to be doing all that when she was gonna fuck with her regardless, anyways. Like, and the people closest to her wasn't even defending her. So what the fuck I look like? You know what I'm saying? Doing all that? Like I'm not doing all that. You know what I'm saying?
hmm,
Obviously, there's something to it that I don't know about, but I still feel like Rose is weak for that because she was the main one crying about how motherfuckers is drunk and shit and doing this and doing that. Like, Shorty was off something, and you took advantage of that, and
hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Had the upper hand. So that makes you like weak for real.
Yeah. Cripsess ends up getting in the gloves with Jersey. Um, why did that even happen? Like because of the
She had
limo
to
fight. Okay, that's so because of that, she challenged her to go down in the gloves. Did Jersey even want to at that point, or was she like over it, or did they force her to go down there? Because we just seen them directly after the limo fight, them going downstairs and fighting with the gloves.
I think it was more so like both. Like they both worked. They both didn't care. Like they both
Mhm.
was on somewhere. I don't give a fuck shit. Like what's up? Well, really, Cartier was like she don't give a fuck. She don't know why Rose was even like Rose was on some. I don't give a fuck. That's my bitch. On crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I feel like they just fought because Chris has hopped in and was like, you gotta fight her because you hopped in on her. Like
right.
now y'all gotta fight. And I agree with that. You feel me? Because I'm like, why y'all even like? Why you even? I didn't even know why she even hopped in. I still don't know to this day. She says that's my bitch, but that's not even your bitch. Like,
Yeah.
what is you saying?
A lot of the comments that I got and questions on my channel that people wanted to ask, they wanted to know was like, Cripsess really that extra? Because the episodes we saw, was she really that extra, like in the house, like 24/7, or was like that was just the clips that we saw in the house?
She only got like that when she was drunk.
Okay.
When she was sober, she would just be walking around the house, like smoking in the room, with like backwood and them cooped up in the room. Just shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They will all be up there doing their drugs, turned up. That's why they was cooked up because they was druggies. Um, shit, like to me personally, I feel like a lot of that shit was cap.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know when somebody's really like that, like you might be like that, but you don't have to be intoxicated to get like that. Like you, if you talk about this is you all the time, you used to be like that all the time. Like
Yeah.
you see, I get turned up when I'm drunk. Like when people don't piss me off and shit like that, I get turned, and I know that's because I'm drunk. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I know I can still get like that when I'm sober. I might just not be that motherfucking crazy looking and turned because, like, you know, like, hey, but I just feel like she's an extra. She's an actress. Like all that crypt this and crypt that, all that about her baby dad or that nigga that died. Like, girl,
With the
shut up.
whole Crip situation, did Blue or anybody say like, "Hey, stop saying that," because like we don't want no like gang
Yes, they
attention to the
was.
show?
They was. I'm sorry, but like all the niggas, like they'll keep it a band with you. Like that shit was like annoying to them. They was not fucking with that shit, and they didn't want to name her Cripsess. It was this is what's the funny part.
Yeah.
Blue didn't even know what to name her,
Mm-hmm.
and being that her name was already Cripsess and shit, because he was gonna call her face, not even face, like sexy face or
Mm-hmm.
like she was like giving him names. She was like, just name me Cripsess. He's like, no, I don't want to name you that. Like,
Right.
really, she never even got a name. I'm gonna be 100. So Cripsess really was like her own name. She just used because Blue. He could even tell you, like anybody will tell you that when it came to Rose, he really didn't have a name for her. He didn't even he skipped her and kept going, and he was just like, I don't know what to name you. I'll be back to you. Like, but your name's not Cripsess, you know.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah,
So
he called her
Jasmine,
Rose on this
yeah,
no jumper. So
I guess that was her nickname. She made it herself. Before I continue with the interview, make sure to follow Naj on Instagram. Is at IAM.NAJAA on Instagram.
period.
So Jazz and Drina ended up having beef over like people the BGC pages instigating on Instagram. When you guys left the house, like when you guys were still in the house, when you guys were going like outings and stuff, would they DM y'all and kind of like instigate, or like how would that happen? How did that end up happening for them have beef over the pages? Like, did they instigate?
So they really, you know what their real problem was?
Yeah.
Like, well, Drina's problem, because I'm not gonna cap. Like, I never understood why Drina was so mad at Jazzy until I found out. Like, she told me out her mouth. So it's out now. Drina claims she fucked Blue. Okay, and mind you, if I'm the first one that knew. All
Yeah.
right, she was the one that told me first before she told Mulan. Anybody, she told me, and I didn't tell nobody because I didn't believe her. I ain't gonna lie, I did not believe her, and
Yeah.
I didn't fuck with nobody to be running nobody's business. I just don't do that. So I kept that to myself. But then one day she told me self-made and everybody and shit like that, that she had fucked with him and shit. So like everybody knows now that you fucked him or this whatever. So she felt like anybody that ever tried to fuck with Blue around her that fucked with her that knew about it was weird. And I guess Jazzy knew that she liked the Blue or she fucked the Blue or something.
Mhm.
And she felt like Jazzy was trying to fuck with Blue. So she was like
Oh.
looking at Jazzy like, you're weird as fuck. You trying to fuck with him. You saying weird shit. Just like that. Whole time, Jazzy don't even want to fuck with Blue. She fuck with D-Lo. You feel me? She want to fuck
Yeah.
with D-Lo. So that's why I was like confused about because I'm like, I knew Jazzy wanted to fuck with D-Lo. And I didn't tell her business, you know what I'm saying? I knew she wanted to fuck with him. You could tell. And
Mhm.
then you got Drina over here thinking she's trying to fuck with Blue. So Jazzy was kind of confused why Shorty had an issue. So that's where they came about and where their issue transpired because they was arguing and shit and they was about to fight and shit. So of course it went to the blogs and all that shit. And that's where their fucking drama came from.
Right.
Literally, that's the only thing I can think of that they had problems about because that's the only thing I knew about. They didn't have no other problems but that Drina thought Jazzy was trying to fuck with Blue and she wasn't. Like,
Mhm.
sick. Just stupid.
So then, next thing you know, they Jazzy and Drina end up fighting in the room, and Jazzy ended up using you as a way to get in the room to fight Drina. How did that go down, and how long was she in the room before she fought Mulan?
So, like, let me clear something up. I don't think, me personally, I don't think I was used. Now, remember when, if you seen in the clip, Drina and them was trying to explain to me what Jazzy was doing.
Right.
Okay, like they was trying to tell me like that's just weird how she came here, Naja. That's what she's doing. She was using you to come in here and da 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 da. Like why the fuck was she being here? And I'm just like I fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? Why else would she come up in here? Like I don't
Yeah.
care what y'all saying. I fuck with her. So I'm like. She didn't come in here talking about nobody else. She came here and asked me, was I good? They tried to tell me that she came in there asking me, like, what's up? Like, trying to say, like, am I good? Like, am I, but she wasn't coming at me like that. She was coming at me like, you good, bitch? And I'm like, bitch, what you in here for?
Right.
Like, she like, girl, I'm in here to talk to you. And I'm like, okay. And then I could proceed to talk about Cartier because I just bought Cartier.
Yeah.
So that's what everybody was missing. Like, Shorty told me she was coming to check on me. That's all I felt was that she was coming to check on me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was period. So I'm like, you checking on me? That's fine. It was like like she wasn't even like Drina wasn't even like in the room. That was the killer part. Mulan wasn't even like a part of it. I didn't even know she had a problem with Mulan. That's the crazy part. Mulan, I guess, did some messy ass shit, and she couldn't get to Drina out in the hallway, so she just turned around and hit Mulan. And that's where everybody thinks it's like that because everybody thinks I'm talking about Mulan when I'm talking about it, but I'm talking about Cartier. When I said, yeah, beat that bitch up, like I was talking about me. I beat that bitch up, as in Cartier. So, yeah, Jazzy just took her chances. Like, when she was walking out the room, Drina seen that she was in the room from outside the door and got the tripping. So, they wasn't letting Jazzy outside the room. So, when Jazzy turns around, Mulan is behind her, and Jazzy heard Mulan go tell Drina, like, oh, Jazzy's changing her clothes because Jazzy's about to come fight her. Drina. So Mulan was on some snake shit to Jazzy. She was like, you being messy. Instead of you minding your business, you was being messy. So I couldn't do nothing but feel like why she did it, but I didn't know it was happening beforehand. That's why I was sitting there like, well, shit, whoa, like, what the fuck going on? Like, cause she did just turn around and hit Mulan. I didn't know what the problem was. So after she told me, bitch was being messy. So hey, like everybody can say what they want, but like that, it wasn't like Jazzy came in there for that. She might have came in there to be petty. Just to be like, oh, I can come in here if I want to,
Right.
But like, I felt like if she was gonna hit Mulan, she would have did it when she first came in. But like, she didn't though. It was kind of like, oh, bitch, you out there tripping? You trying to get in here to fight me? I'm about to beat your friend up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
I felt so bad for Mulan because the way she was screeching, we never heard Mulan until that fight. All you heard was like,
that was me though. That's what I'm saying. And she still like couldn't even fight. So
so then the next scene shows Savvy getting into an argument with Rose Gold and basically half the house about Jody and Jazz. Apparently Jody was sucking Blue's dick in the house and they caught her or something. What, like, the situation wasn't made clear. It just like the cameraman was starting to film in the middle of it. So can you clarify like what happened with that?
Okay, so as far as I know, Jody as far as I know, I was hearing this shit. I was not told by nobody specifically that they knew for sure.
Yeah.
I was just told like, girl, I'm hearing that, Savvy fucked Blue in the shower and Jody sucked his dick on the side of the house. Boom, boom, boom. Come to find out, I guess Savvy said that about Jody and Jody said that about Savvy or whatever, right? Any fucking ways. Yeah, Jody got drunk or something and she thought to be crazy at game night and be like, what's up, Savvy, bitch? What's up? Boom, boom, boom. Like, whatever. And the whole thing was Savvy said it, but she was like, it was the fact that she lied. Like, she was saying that it wasn't true. Like, she was saying, like, it's not true. We're like, yeah, I said it.
So she basically tried to start the rumor, and then, like, when Blue found out she started rumors, like, that.
And he was, like, asking her, like, he was, like, putting her on blast. That's why he was so mad at her, because he was like, I fucked with you. I thought you was a real one, because you was up here. You was ready to fight whoever, boom, boom, boom.
Right.
To hear this girl is trying to fight you over you lying on her, and you don't want to fight her. So that's why he was like, you're giving me weak. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be lying. You know what I'm saying? You lying and shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. And you don't want to fight her. Like, that's really weak. Like, so shit. And then she was like doing all this, and then the reason why I told her to move from me was because like she had hit Star. I mean, she was mad at Star already for hitting her in the back of the head, right? For talking or something. I was just like, yeah, go ahead and move. Because if you hit me in the back of my head, I'm going to fight. You know what I'm saying? Because you
Right.
petty. So I'm about to give you petty if you hit me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, while you talking, just go ahead and move from my head.
Right.
You're doing all this. You're going to
So
hit my
next thing,
head. No.
Blue said that this season was full of gossip girls. Like it was a gossiping season. Do you think that was true? And do you think it was because of the amount of girls in the house that's this season was like a gossip ass season?
Yeah, it was a bunch of gossip. It just was. Like, it was a bunch of, blue fucking who and blue fucking this and blue fucking that. And, like, whole time, like, I don't want to fuck with blue. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to fuck with blue like that. So I was just like, I mean, if the opportunity presented itself, maybe. I mean, but like, I'm not looking to fuck him. You know, I really didn't care. So it was just, yeah, it was a lot of gossip about who was fucking who. It wasn't really about he say, she say until like game night for real, because you know people wanted to know. Like, I was out there like, well, who said what about me? Anybody want to like? Did I say anything about anybody? Like, I put myself out there. Like, you know, there could nobody tell me that. This. So I'm just like, I felt like shit. You know, that was the time to say how everybody felt, you feel me, like all that, and like, yeah.
So next thing you know, Savvy ends up leaving. Do you think all the random fighting just burned her out, and she was sick of the fighting, or do you think she was scared of like about to get jumped by most of the girls because most of the girls stopped messing with her after that whole rumor thing?
I think she was tired of putting up the front. You came in with a front. You knew you would have to keep that image the whole time, and she didn't really want to. Like, instead of her just saying like, honestly, bro, like right now I don't want to fight. Like, can we fight later after game night? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you just, you know, she wasn't trying to fight at all. It was more so she was just like, you know. And then they got to arguing about who fought who. Like, and Blue kept telling us they didn't fight, and we kept saying they did fight. So that's what he was more so mad at us, because he was drunk. And I don't know if he forgot that they fought or whatever, but he was arguing with us as we were stupid because we said they fought, and he's saying they didn't fight. He was there for every fight. They never fought, and they're telling each other we did fight, and they're like, no, the fuck y'all didn't fight. Like, and we're just like, yes, they did though. Like, like what the fuck? So he was more so calling us dummies and shit too, because like, I don't know why, but that's why we looked at him differently a little bit after that night. But I still fuck with him because he did apologize, and he was like, I was tripping, you know what I'm saying? But
I think that was the angriest we seen Blue. Like, not angry, but like you could see him getting a little irritated with you guys. That whole meeting with Savvy and everything, when he was saying, he's gonna exploit y'all if y'all don't start telling the truth and stuff. Did you feel some type of way when he said that? By the way,
no, because he wasn't gonna exploit me. I wanted him to, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, to be honest, when he said that, we all wanted him to. Like, we was like, do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, do it. We want you to. Like,
right.
Tell us what's being said, what you hearing, like, what's going on. But that's why Self-Made and Drina got into it, because Self-Made was saying, like, I know who's being saying this and who's saying that, but I'm not going to be fake and say what when everybody's down here and they can speak for themselves, which I understand. That's why I was like, well, bitch, if I was you, you really have a choice whether to put them on blast or they can speak for themselves. For real, it's like either way, it's like, it's on them because it's their information. So whether you blast them out, they still gonna look dumb because you could have spoke up at the same time as you're gonna be humiliated when you get blasted. Right. So she was just like trying to stick with the whole girl code. You know, I'm not speaking on nothing because it was being said that, remember, Drina said she fucked Blue. He was trying to figure out who said what.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm sitting there like, I'm looking at Drina like, bitch, you ain't gonna speak. Like, you so like, that's when Self-Made was like, I know who, but I'm not speaking. So you could just stop acting like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you know we know, but we're not about to say who when everybody's right here. Like, so that's when she called a meeting with Self-Made and started that shit with her because she wanted to know who was saying what. But the thing was, Self-Made was just like, it don't matter who's saying what. I'm not about to even tell you who's saying what. Who did you tell? Like,
so is that how the fight happened with Drina? That whole fight in the room with Self-Made and Drina ended up fighting? Because that was my next question. Is that why the fight ended up happening in that room and then when Mulan jumped in?
Yeah.
That was that whole situation. Okay. Now that makes sense.
Yeah, Jazzy didn't like Drina. So, of course, when she seen it was happening, she just ran up.
Because in the episode, it just made it seem like somebody was talking about Drina and Self-Made knew who, and she didn't want to say it, but we didn't know the reason
That's
why.
what it
Like,
was. It's
okay,
about that exactly. Like
okay,
Drina knew that somebody told Blue what was said, but
right,
she wanted to know who exactly, and she knew Self-Made knew because Self-Made was the one that spoke up and said, "I know who is saying what, but I'm not saying nothing." When
right,
she's talking about Drina, you feel me? She's speaking about Drina, but Drina is not understanding that, like, bitch, you know who you told. So if you really want to know, like, you need to come for everybody. Like, you can't
right.
just come asking me who said what because, like, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she wasn't trying to blast her at the same time. Still, she was just like, why would I say who? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just kind of bothered by that because me personally, I wasn't called to the meeting. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even in the room. I know nothing about a meeting, and I knew
Right.
about it. So I was bothered by it because I felt like Drina came out one motherfucker instead of every motherfucker she told. Because it could have been anybody. You just mad because she not trying to tell you who said what. Like, she don't have to.
Right.
Like, you need to go to every bitch. You know, if it was me, I would have went to every bitch and be like, so who said what? Like, which one of y'all went to Blue and said da da da? Like, I would have kept it a buck. It wouldn't have been no secret meeting, nothing. Like, Drina was always on some secretive shit. That's why I really didn't fuck with her. So when the next day transpired, yeah, I was mad because I'm like, hold on, like, how this bitch gonna be mad at Self-Made and be fighting her and shit when you told all of us, and we was all right there when we was talking to Blue. Like,
Oh, okay.
Blue showed us the messages, and there was nothing backing up anything she said. Like, she was saying, "Oh, I fucked with him before the show, boom, boom, boom," and he showed us, and there was nothing. So that's why everybody was like, "Oh shit." Well, you know, it was more so everybody. That's why I'm like, everybody was speaking on it. Like, once he put you on blast, Shorty Jordan, once he showed us that there was nothing to back up what you were saying, we
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, well, you got motherfuckers in this bitch saying they fucked you. Let's just be for real." Like, and he was
Yeah,
like, "Hell
Disney.
nah." So when that shit transpired, like, yeah, like, you need to come for everybody at this point. That's why I was mad. Like, you're not thinking, you're not logical. You come for one bitch when you told all these bitches. So yeah, yeah, you need to be coming for me too. Like, I was asking for the smoke too, low key. Like,
Right.
I was waiting. Like, everybody was talking about they was gonna be getting snuck. Everybody was worried about all that, and I'm like, oh well, nah, I'm not getting snuck. Bitch gonna have to let me know if she got an issue right now. And now because
Right.
no.
Next thing you know, speaking of sneaking, Drina ends up sneaking Self-Made. That night, did you guys suspect a fight was gonna happen? Because Self-Made said in that episode that she was sitting down waiting for Drina to fight her. So did y'all kind of feel something was gonna happen that night or no?
Self-Made did because like it kept being said that it was gonna be a fight. Like,
Right.
it was just like this. It was like everybody thought Drina was gonna be sneaking, like I said, you know what I'm saying? So Self-Made was more so just ready for whatever. She's like, she know I got a fucked up leg, I can't go box her. So it's just like I feel like this bitch gonna try to catch me, you know what I'm saying? And Self-Made a pretty bitch, you know, so she just like like, you know, I'll have to just whatever. Like, we all was ready. We all low key was ready. It didn't matter. But she wasn't coming for us. She was coming for Self-Made. So it was just like I had to defend myself at the end of the day. But nobody really knew, but we knew, but we didn't know, but we knew. Like, so
Yeah.
we just
Were
don't
you were there when she ended up sneaking her and that night, because I think Self-Made's room was near Drina's room after Self-Made moved out of the room. Did she stay up that night to try to like get her back? Because Self-Made was really mad that Drina went to sleep after she snuck her.
Okay, like both was plotting. Like, no cap, like Drina was plotting to go run in their room
Yeah.
at night and shit, like to go fight Jazzy too. It was just a lot. Like, Drina was on that type of, she was on that jumping shit too. Like, she tried it one time, like, because she tried to tell me how Jazzy was gonna sneak all of us, everybody in the room we was in. You
Yeah.
feel me? And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, oh hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, when she told me, I'm like, oh hell no, what the fuck? Like, the fuck she gonna sneak me for? The fuck, but all right, I'm gonna be watching for her and shit. But when I had talked to
Right.
Jazzy, Jazzy was like, no. Like, I never the fuck said that. Like, bitch, what? And I'm just like, okay. So I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But this bitch was a lot of times like, come on, y'all, cause she gonna try to come in here and sneak us and shit. She gonna sneak us one by one, one by one. Da, 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 da. Like, I was like, what? Like, But shit, all Jazzy said was any bitch that got an issue, I'm gonna get you one by one. I didn't have an
Right.
issue, so I knew she wanna talk about me. So I'm just like, what you mean? Like, sneak me for what? Just
So then
let
after all the fights and stuff, Blue ends up taking y'all to a pole class. And then your best friend, Naomi, joins the house. What did you think? What was your first impressions with her when you guys got back from the strip class?
I regret I even liked the hoe. Like, I thought she was cute. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what was said, but this is the thing. This is where the whole thing about me not liking her came in about. There is these pages, right? There's a
Yeah.
Naomi Dream X page. It's like
Right.
a
I know her.
Blue GC fan page, right?
Right.
So everybody thought it was gonna be her.
Okay.
Okay, everybody thought it was gonna be her. That's what I
Right.
was being told. We was saying that bitch was messy because she is. Okay, I don't care. She's a fan page. She's messy. So we were just like, what the fuck? Why would he? Okay, we was just like, you know what? She come in here tripping. Whoever come in here, they better come in here with good vibes because if they come in here on that other shit, we gonna be on that. Like, you know,
Right.
everybody was just on some. Everybody was. This is my thing though. Everybody was on that. If anybody outside of Blue GC come in here trying to start, we gonna whoop their ass whether we beefing or not. Like we was all on that.
Yeah.
So really, it happened to not be her. But I didn't know who it was, so it didn't really matter. We all said the same thing. Whoever come in here tripping, they tripping. We tripping. But if they come in here cool, we cool.
Right.
So when I came in the house, she was cool. She was throwing money. You know what I'm saying? We went and swam together. Me and her was chilling together. All of
Right.
that. Like it was just like I liked you. You were all right. So what the fuck? Like she might have went with her little friends, was the one with whoever she went with, and got to allowing bitches that didn't like me to fill up her head
Mm.
about me because she was the new girl.
Yeah.
So Drina took it upon herself to tell her like, oh, Naja said that when you got here, she was gonna whoop your ass and tell you to get out. She was gonna kick you out. Like we all said that if a bitch came in here tripping, we was all gonna put that bitch out. Like point blank period. We said that. I was
Right.
not saying like her specific Naomi, bitch. When you get here, ho, I'm putting you out. Like,
Right.
and
You
you
guys
came
were
in with
basically
good
talking about the other
vibes.
page. I know Naomi because she's a YouTuber too. So like I kind of figured that's what was happening. They confused the two Naomis. So she thought that you were talking crap about her, but you really talking crap about somebody else. Okay, now that makes sense.
So Drina did that, right?
Yeah.
And that's where her imaginary beef came from. But I don't even think that's where it came from. I think she just didn't have. I just feel like she had a problem with me because she just sized like my brother says all the time. Like she sized me up. You know what I'm saying? Like she just looked at me and was like, "This bitch, yeah." Like I don't know. Instead of her just saying from the get go, like before I even argue with Rose,
Yeah.
like she could have just been like, "Hey, there's something about you, and I just want to box," and I would have boxed her.
Right.
Like no doubt, but like I'm not a boxer, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the streets, but we street fight, we don't box. Okay, so
Yeah.
one thing for certain about me, honey, is like if we have an issue prior, we connect hands and all that prior. You hit me, sneak me, whatever prior, I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction to box me later. It's just dumb. That's I don't know how they think and work, but that just sounds retarded. You wanted to box me, you could have boxed me ahead of time. That's just facts. um
So
so
when you guys fought in that kitchen and you guys like basically slapbox because y'all didn't get a chance to really hit each other.
listen,
How did
that
that
was
happen? Because the
fine.
camera missed the first connect.
Yes,
Break it
so
down.
that's what pissed me off. Even everybody said that was weird because that was weird to me because I pieced that bitch up twice before, like, and she didn't know it was coming. It was like so quick for her, like she didn't even know I like was about to hit her. So that's why it took her a minute to like come back. And then I didn't know she was coming back either because she had hesitated before she had swung back. So it was
Okay.
just like we was just like bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just trying to like run like into her,
Get
like
that
bitch,
set up.
like this. So it was just like, you know. But honestly, like that started because I'm not one of the people that's gonna shut up when a bitch that comes around. I'm talking. If I'm talking about you and you come around, keep talking. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna stop talking. And then when I connect eyes with you, I'm gonna make it direct. Like you're fake. Like you know what I mean? What I mean? Like no, you're fake, bitch. And ho boop boop. Like it was just that. Like and then
Right.
after that, you know, that's why I didn't care no more. That's why she was so hyped. And I was like, bitch, you can't fight. Like anybody can say what they want about me, but there's no reason why you that big and you let me piece you up twice and you didn't even hit me. Like I hit you though. I don't care what y'all see. I hit that bitch twice.
You made the most hits out of
So
you too. I'll say that. I'll give you that. They just
like
broke it up so quick that it looked like I was slap boxing. So Blue did something fun with you girls. He made you guys record like a song. When you guys went into the studio, Backwood ended up doing I guess like an interview or something. I think she ended up saying that she wrote you guys' verses. Is that true, or did you guys write each individual verse yourself?
wait, what?
Yeah, I seen like it was an interview or a live, and she said that she wrote most of y'all verses.
No, she
No.
didn't.
Okay, so
I
you
don't
wrote
know
your
who
verse.
verses she wrote, but
Yeah.
she ain't write mine.
Okay.
My verse wasn't even written. That was freestyle. How short my shit was, everybody should know that was freestyle. Like, all I said is bitches want to get ruthless, but I'm like a bitch. I don't care if I'm toothless. Not just really young for it because I do this.
Hey.
I can do this. Like, what? That's so easy. Like, why would anybody write that? Like, no, she's no. I love Backwood, but that's cap.
So episode 10 comes around.
That's cap.
The fight night, basically, that's what I call it. A bottle gets thrown out of the limo. Who threw the bottle and what started off that night? Once and for all, who threw the bottle out the car?
Honestly, it's out of them three. I'm sorry. Like, at this point, shit, D-Lo couldn't have thrown the bottle out. He was driving. But it had to be either Jazzy, Backwood, or Rose because I didn't throw it out. And I didn't see nobody throw a bottle out. That's the killer part. While Rose trying to blame shit on me and say I did something shit, and I'm not trying to point a finger like, how I look at it is Jazzy and Backwood is your two best bitches. Okay? Right. One thing for certain, I'm probably the one bitch, the outcast, that you probably would blame some shit like that on. Like, first of all, Shorty, like, you had the bottle in your hand. D-Lo said he was passing the bottle back and forth to you. He was not passing the bottle back and forth to me. I'm in the middle, Shorty. She said she threw a cigarette out. She said she somehow a cigarette and then a bottle. And I said, first of all, when me and her was arguing, I didn't even know we was talking about a bottle. I thought we was talking about her saying my name like I was being too loud and shit with the police, which I was. Like, that I apologized to everybody about. I said, I'm sorry because up here, I don't give a fuck about the police. Like, you know, so I was being mad disrespectful and I was intoxicated. And I admitted that and I apologized to everybody. That's why wasn't nobody mad at me. But she was mad because she was tripping about D-Lo and whatever. Maybe guilty. That's how I feel. Like, she was guilty, like, doing the most. Like, I was upset, but I was more so in my zone. Like, oh my God, like, we was just having fun, zooming with bro, and all of a sudden, like, damn, like, and then she was getting mad because everybody was telling her to chill out, and she was like, y'all telling me to chill out, but this bitch was motherfucking loud, I'm like, with the police, da, da, da. That's what I was mad at her about. That's what I started tripping with her about. She waited till she got outside by the pool when I was in the, like, you know, being taken upstairs and shit about a bottle. That's when Jody was on that, you know, like, oh my God, like, you know, that's when everybody found out about this bottle, like, you know what I'm saying? And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, so there was a bottle thrown out? I'm confused. But I've never seen nobody throw a bottle. So I'm just like, well, she's saying I threw it out. At this point, bitch, you threw it out. You don't know Jazzy could have thrown the bottle out and she blaming it on us. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it. Like, I don't know who threw that bitch out. And back was like, bitch, I threw it out. No, I didn't. How could I? I'm like, well, shit, who threw it out? Because at this point, like, I know I didn't throw it out. It's an honest mistake. Like, you know, if I would have threw that bottle out, after I would have heard that it was like a bottle was the reason, I would have been like, oh my God, like, damn, y'all, like, my bad. Like, you were grown. What the fuck we lying for? Who we scared of? You know what I'm saying? Right. So I would have, like, if Jazzy wanted to fight me, we could have did that. So when Jazzy asked me about the bottle, when I found out the next day about all that shit being started, that's why she fought Rose, because she was like, bitch, you started all that shit, but here you are in Naj's face like you fuck with her and shit after you just told me that she did this, you know what I'm saying? But she don't even know that's what you was saying. So when Jazzy had to come put me up on game, like, did you throw the bottle out because Rose is saying you did it? And I'm like, bitch, no. I said, but if you want to fight me behind the bottle, like Jazzy tell you, I told her, I said, if you think I threw that bottle out, and you want to fight still, we can fight. She's like, no, I know you didn't throw it out. I know she did. So I'm like, okay, I have no more else to say. Like, I didn't throw it out. What am I going to be arguing back and forth for? Rose was just constantly talking about it, trying to get Jazzy to, you know, fuck with her again. And it was pissing Jazzy off. And it was like, I was tired of repeating myself. So, yeah, I was just sitting there like, You're lying, Rose. At this point, like you did it. Like you're lying on me, bitch. You had to have done it. You're doing too much.
Right. Was Blueface mad that D'Lo ended up getting arrested? Because that never happened last season. And D'Lo, of course, he probably had like cases and stuff. So, because he ended up being there, I think, from what I seen like online, like what, at least like 3 weeks. He was in there for a good minute. He's out now, but was Blue mad at you guys for that happening?
No.
No. Hmm.
Like, of course, him going to jail was upsetting. Like,
Yeah.
well, everybody knew that just the bottle wasn't the reason why he was in jail. But at the same time, like, everybody was upset. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was sad about it. Like, I was sad about it. I'm like, damn, that was the homie. You know, he cared about the women a lot in the house. But I just, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, he just wasn't really, like, Blue wasn't really caring. Like, he was just, like, he cared, but he had a show to run. Like, he like, hey, we can't keep dwelling on this bottle thing. Like, when we find out who threw the bottle out, you know, we can get it cracking then. But, like, until then, all this screaming. And I'm just sitting there like, well, I don't know why we keep talking about a bottle. Like, I'm getting tired of hearing about it. Like, if somebody gonna do something if you think I did it. And then when it comes out who threw the bottle out, I'm just gonna sit back and laugh because I'm not gonna be the person who did it.
Right.
But, like,
next thing you know, Naomi ended up getting up in the middle of it. Do you think Naomi took one for the team by trying to fight you? And we see her on the stairs telling you that, oh, Cripset's leg is broke, or arm is broke. Her arm is broke. Why are you trying to fight her? Do you think she took one for the team, or do you think she was genuinely mad?
She took one for the team.
Mm.
She took one for the team. She had to be on Rose's dick or something. You don't know her. Like, you had to do something. Like, she didn't know what side she wanted to be on. Instead of her minding her business, like any other person was.
Right.
Like, we could be cool. But that's what she, like, that's why after the show, she claimed that she fucked with me tough because she let people get to her. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what she was like, you real woman. Like, then she got to get on some other weird shit and I really, like, stop fucking with her. Even though everybody told me there's no reason for me to be fucking with her again because of what she did to me. But, like, it was the way people, like, they didn't get our conversation on camera. And I'm not a cloud chaser, so, you know, I could have been like, hey, camera, come here and get all this. But she was like, we had security guards with us, and she was apologizing for listening to what Drina was saying, and it wasn't true. Like, she found out all that in the house that it wasn't true. Like, everything, she apologized and all that. It was just when she left the house, she got on some weird, crazy shit. But she did take one for the team. She told me later on that the reason why she was fighting me was because of Drina. But honestly, she wasn't told that information until after the Rose situation.
Oh.
So really, it was both. You wanted to fight me for the team. One for the team because, of course, she thinks she's real. She tries to be somebody's mama. So, of course, me trying to fight somebody with a broken finger that's running their mouth and doing all that extra shit. You know, y'all seen the episode. Who wouldn't try to fight the bitch still? Like, let's be for real. Like, who wouldn't try to fight her? She was doing too much. Like, y'all gonna sit here and try to tell me that I'm stupid for trying to fight her and she's trying to fight me, too? Like...
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's why, you know, she really didn't get no cool points for that or sneaking me.
That night, that whole fight night thing, how long did that last? Because it seemed like it was all night up until the morning. Did the neighbors call the police on y'all? Because all that episode was just screaming and fighting.
So, re-say that one more time.
Like, that whole night, it seemed like it lasted the whole night, like throughout the morning. Because I'm gonna get to the question where you ended up fighting her the next morning, but it seemed like it was the whole night.
It was because it was like, okay, so after me and Rose did our shit or whatever.
Yeah.
All the me trying to run up on her and shit, and them like holding me back and shit, whatever. They put me upstairs. Mind you, Naomi had all that time. All right. I'm sorry, but she was down there with me, the same area when I was trying to get at Rose and fight her. She could have ran up. She could have called my face. All that. She wasn't doing none of that. Like, she waited till I got upstairs and shit. That's what was really eating me up because I didn't know we had a problem. So when I got upstairs, I'm arguing downstairs to Rose, but then I got this bitch on the stairs trying to get up at me, talking about, bitch, this, and that. And I'm just like, bitch, what are you about? You know what I'm saying? She finally tells me what's up and shit, and she's just like, this, and that. And I'm just like, well, come on. Like, come on. Obviously, you want to fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to say I snuck her, but I did not sneak that bitch. It's clear as day she was face to face to me. Like, bitch, I'm not sneaking you. Like, I reached over. You what the fuck you sitting there, bitch? Yeah, I'm gonna swing. Like, I didn't sneak you. Her, what she did to me, that's sneaking, baby. My whole back was to you. I
Right.
didn't even know you was coming, ho. Like,
Right.
but really how that transpired, like, after that, little baby came up the stairs, they fought, boom, 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 all that and shit. I was tripping the whole night. They would not let me downstairs. They would not let none of us around each other. They, like, they had me trapped in the room while she would get ready and shit. They would have us in separate areas of the house. And then I just, like, happened. Honestly, I didn't even know she was going to be in the room, but I did. It was kind of like when I had walked in, I was going to sneak her.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it was just kind of like, I don't know what I didn't go in there to sneak her. It was like I didn't even know she was gonna be in there. Like I knew she was upstairs though.
Right.
So when I had walked into our room, because we share the same room, when I had walked into our room, like I had got I was going there for a comb and shit to do one of the cameraman's hair. And she was just sitting there. So then when I came back through, I was like, oh yeah, so I just really wanted to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really didn't know why we was beefing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to know why I was about to fight you. Like, why we about to fight real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to know before I fight you, like, what's going on. She explained that, you feel me, that she was all that and all that. And that's when that transpired because I wasn't done with it. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't letting me buy her. I ended up falling asleep on the couch that night and shit. Like, I had security on me, like, the whole time type shit. So it was like, that's why it kept going because shit, it was just smoke. Like I was mad about it. Like my lip was busted. Like you feel me? Like I had to walk around and look at that shit.
That confessional scene with Seven, where did she come from? Because it seemed like any of the rooms would have been, she would have had to run down the stairs. And how did security let her get to you so quickly? That's why it
I don't
confused
know. I
me.
feel like they
When I
let her
seen that.
go.
You okay?
I
You
feel
feel
like
like they
I
let
feel
her
like
go just to
the
get the
bald
moment?
one did, the one we fired, because he liked her. I feel like he let her catch me. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I feel like they should have like kicked her out when that happened because confessionals should be your privacy. And when you can
Right.
sit there and like, you know what I'm saying, confess and shit, you shouldn't have to be worried about nobody running up on you and shit. She got that one off, you know what I'm saying? That was some crazy shit. That was some legendary shit, all right. But at the end of the day, it was just like the way she did it was like, no, like everybody's trying to say, oh, she got you good, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, but really, if y'all really pay attention, I'm the reason why my lip got busted.
Yeah,
Like,
you did
I
flip her
turned
over.
right into it. Like, let's be for real. Like, you really think you did something when you didn't, and then, bitch, if you gonna sneak me, you should have beat my ass. Like, there's no reason why you snuck me. You still ended up on your back, and I was still working you. Like, it don't make no sense. She came from the sliding glass door. So like the stairs and the sliding glass door are like far from each other. So I don't understand either how she got to me and how I didn't hear her. Literally, she came with the swiftness because the cameraman had to tell me that she was behind me because he couldn't see her in the camera. And so
Mm.
her arm was like this, and he was like, you know what I'm saying? Oh my god, like you know what I'm saying? And I was like, and got
It was
cracked.
like
You
a
feel
scene
me?
out of a scary movie.
Yeah, because I'm like, what the fuck is he's like, and I just hear like her feet hitting the thing, like as she got right here. Like as soon as he
Oh
said
wow.
that, I heard boom, like and I went right into it, boom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, hey, yeah, you got that one off, bitch. I was still weak. Like you're weak as fuck. Like you could have caught me walking in. You know what I'm saying? Anything, but you got that one off. But then again, still you're still a weak bitch because you didn't whip my ass in the room either. So
Right. And then also, after that night happened, actually that same night, little baby said that she ended up fighting Jody and in the room, and you ended up locking the door so that little baby could get a one-on with Jody. Did that actually happen? And where
yeah,
was security?
it did happen, but I don't remember locking the door. I remember shutting it. But Cartier said she locked it or whatever. I don't know why she locked it, but she said she locked it. She said she was in the room when it happened. I don't
Mhm.
remember her being in the room. We was drunk. It all happened like so fast. It was like we was in the room like venting. Me and Seven was up in there like this just happened
Mhm.
because I just got cracked. You know what I'm saying? Like so we just up there like tripping and shit. Like so that's when the bitch came in there. And like, no, Jody was walking past the hallway. Like she was walking in the hallway, but walking past the door talking about she was drunk though. And she
Yeah.
like, I'm looking for Seven. I'm looking for Seven. And Seven is the one she's saying I'm looking for Seven to. And
Right.
Seven like, bitch, what you mean? I'm right here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then Jody like turn around, oh yeah, bitch, what's up? So then like Seven said she was gonna go in the hallway in front of her, but she was like, nah, come here, like just come in the room.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Jody took her dumb ass in the room.
Yeah,
And
that
I
was
shut the
right.
door. I guess Cartier locked it. Seven got to whooping Jody ass. It was kind of like this. You could say she got jumped, but then again, I don't really call it jumping, but in reality, it's jumping. But Seven was whooping her ass, and she like threw her, like she was like,
Yeah.
bitch, like you know what I'm saying. And I caught her, and I was just like, and just got to work in her and shit. And then Bobo broke in the room, threw me on my back. Then that's when y'all could see, like, cause he like tackled me, like, boom, threw me on my back. And that's when y'all see me get off the floor laughing, like, yeah, like, yeah, that's it.
So then the day after you fought Naomi when she said she went all that, and did you wish the fight lasted longer? And do you think it was fair how it was broken up? Because I think
No.
you don't think okay.
What you think?
No, it wasn't.
Thank you.
You
See,
getting pulled. You yeah.
thank you. So how that really was, like honestly, I'm gonna just keep it a whole buck, and I'm just gonna keep it a whole thousand. I don't care what nobody say how it transpired.
Yeah.
If that bed was not there, she would have been on her back already, and I would have been worked her. Like period. Like she would have been done for. But the bed was there. We was in a tight space, and she was trying to use her weight to get on top of me in that tiny space. So I just kept using my legs and stuff to like get her from on me, and we wasn't even hitting each other really in that section. It was more like we was wrestling because she kept trying to get on me. And I wasn't having her like getting on me and shit, like bitch,
Yeah.
like no. And so that's when he came, he was like pulling us out the bed. And when he pulled us out the bed, I immediately landed right on my back. And he had leaned on me. So he had me like this.
Yeah.
And like only thing I had was my legs. But like I really couldn't do shit with my legs either because he was on one of my legs and the other one was like kind of right by like the bed area. And it was like the way she had caught me, it felt like the hit came from behind me, like by the door, because how she had swung over and I couldn't even hit back. So I was like, hold the fuck up, because I'm thinking they had her. I'm not even
Oh, but they
thinking she
still
was
never
able
had
to
her.
hit me. Yeah, so I'm like,
Oh.
what the fuck? Like somebody jumping in, and because there's people above me, like Rose and them is at the door, they're like, oh no, we didn't fucking hit you. And I'm like, okay, so what the fuck? You know, everybody's like, oh, she got hit that hard. She thought, nah, it wasn't that. It was the fact that I'm thinking just more, just like I'm being secured. I'm thinking the security doing their job with her too. But when I watch the video, I'm like, see, that's why she thinks she did something, because you got the last little baby hit off when you could even connect with me when I ran up the first time. Like you didn't even do shit. Like, come on now. Like, so I really wish we could have fought longer. Like, I really wish you would have called me to the gloves before it all transpired. Like, when I was down there trying to fight Rose, she kept asking me and Rose, was we going to get in the gloves? Mm-hmm. You telling me, you already made it sense to say, oh, I'm trying to fight a girl with a broken finger, but you try to put a girl with a broken finger in the gloves to fight me. You don't make no sense. So why are you telling us, why don't we hop in the gloves? Why didn't you hop in the gloves with me? Why didn't you say, hey, like, I don't feel like you right for fighting her with that her broken finger. I want to hop in the gloves with you. And I would have took my anger out on you, bitch, respectfully, and I still would have came for Rose. Like, it wouldn't have made no difference. But I really wish she would have called my fade ahead of time in the gloves. And it would have been that, because I felt like after that, I didn't want to fight in gloves with her. I wanted her to feel me. Like, I wanted to be her ass every day after that. But when she came to me apologizing and shit, like, because after it all happened, like, it was like a few hours and shit. And I guess Jody and them was going up to her. I guess motherfuckers was going up to her. Even the niggas was like, you believe in, like, this he say, she say shit got you looking dumb. Like, Blueface, Bluey was even like, if you believe in what the next person is saying, like, you'll never make it, because these bitches gossip, like, you know what I'm saying? They be lying too. Like, so that's when she came to me like, I apologize, real shit. Like, I fuck with you. I took it the wrong way, boom, boom, boom. And me just being who I am, I was just like, I mean, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with you, but like, you cool, like, it's cordial. Like, you ain't gotta worry about, she was like, you know, we ain't gotta worry about fighting and shit. Like, no, you ain't gotta worry about me running up on you or doing nothing, you know. I'm just one of them. I was more understanding. I just like to be real about shit. Like, if we're gonna have an issue, we're gonna have an issue. There's no point to be playing. But I should have been on some different time with that bitch. Like, no cap, I really regret for being so cool with her. Like, so that's why if I do see her again, like, I'm going to dog walk the fuck out of that bitch, and there's no ifs and her buts, because like, she really has me fucked up, because she got cool with me. You know what I'm saying? All this, like, we was cool even after the show. Like, I could show y'all messages, you know, all that. And yeah, so like that bitch really like got me fucked up. I don't care.
Thing that killed me, that was like the funniest, was when you called D-Lo on the phone and you was like, you need to get these bitches in order. What was D-Lo saying on the line?
He was just telling me like, you know, like man, like he like dang what happened, like you know he was just like more so like what happened and shit.
Yeah.
And I just was so hyped, like I really couldn't like explain. I was just like, bitches got me fucked up in this motherfucker. You ain't come get these bitches in the order, like you know what I'm saying. But Jazzy had came in the room, and I know she be wanting to talk to him and shit. So I was like, here, like I just get it from him because I was so mad I didn't want to talk. But he knew that like you know he just wanted to see if I was gonna calm down if I talked to D-Lo. But I mean like. No, I was still hype. I was just like, I was just more so hype because I'm just like, you know, bitch, you had to sneak me to affect me in any type of way. Like,
Right.
and even then, we fought again. You didn't do nothing to me. Like, nothing. Like, you didn't even pull the fuck. Like, bitch, you didn't do nothing. Like, you didn't do shit. Like, you yanked my ponytail a little bit, bitch. I ripped that bitch out and I flipped my hair right now. So, like, what's up? Like, you really didn't do nothing. Like, chill. Act like you're hard, bitch. You're like.
So Cripsess and Jazz, they ended up arguing, of course, about the bottle. And then it was said that there was a fight that wasn't shown. The cameras didn't get it of Jazz fighting Cripsess. Were you there for that fight, and what happened if you did see it?
Yep, I was. So so we was out shrooms. Mm-hmm. Okay, that was a shroom night. Everyone was on shrooms and shit chilling. I guess Rose took it upon herself to go bring the situation up to Jazzy. And if everybody knows about shrooms, if you mix like negativity and positivity, it just does not like. If you're in a positive vibe, you can't have anything negative coming because it will make you like pissed. You feel me? It'll fuck the whole vibe up. I don't know. I guess Jazzy just wasn't liking the whole like she kept trying to talk about it type shit. It was like Jazzy was like more so like, all right, well, we about to figure this shit out like right now. Like fuck this. Like so she called me in the bathroom. And I came in the bathroom. And I knew it was about to be some bullshit. I already knew what we was talking about. So when I got in the bathroom, Jazzy was just like, go ahead, Rose. Like, speak. Like, go ahead. And Rose was like, Naj, fool. So you didn't throw the bottle out, fool? Come on, fool. I said, what? Like, bitch, no, what? Like, she started crying. Oh my God, fool, skinny, like, over here. She said, bang that, bang that. So I banged that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna throw my shit up whatever, but you know, I banged that. Mind you, she crip sets all day. Y'all ain't never really heard me but twice when I got mad talk about what set I was from and shit like that. Like, y'all really didn't ever hear like that. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really doing all that. So when she said that, I did it, and I was like, "Can you bang that?" She's like, "I ain't even gotta do all that," crying and shit like that. Mind you, Jazzy's peeping how fake she's acting. She's just sitting at the door peeping, and I'm like looking at Jazzy like, you know what I'm saying? So this what you call me in here for? I just said, so this what you call me in for? She said, "No, Rose, speak, like, bitch, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you not telling her, like, you not saying what you was saying to me, like." You over here asking her if she did it. Like, you're not telling me, like, you're not making me believe she did it. You know what I'm saying? So Rose just kept crying. She wasn't saying shit. And Jazzy just ran up and was just like, bitch, you started all this motherfucking shit. Da, 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 you know what I'm saying? And like, Rose looked at me with her pitiful ass and was like, you not gonna help me? And I was like, hell no, that's on you. And I walked out and everybody came in there. And what was so weird, you know what I'm saying, for Rose to be Naomi's twin and all that shit and how she fights for Rose. She was the first one that came in and even asked Jazzy when she walked in. She said, what's going on? And she fixed Jazzy's bangs. Didn't even check on her friend.
Oh, wow.
Didn't do nothing. Didn't do shit. After that, Rose was walking around pissed, upset, mad. Shortly after that, 2 days later, she went home. Like, yeah. So
that's damn.
And everybody was just like, what happened? I'm like, hey, they fought and shit. The darkness came to the light. Like, that's why I don't argue with the fan pages about nothing because we all was in one room together. And I told that bitch, like, what do you want? Like, what do you want me to say, bitch? I'm not about to say I threw no bottle out. Like, you ain't see me throw no bottle out. You know I ain't throw it out. I don't even know who threw it out. At the end of the day, like I don't even know who did it. You telling them I did it. So I'm in your face telling you I didn't do it. And you feeling like, what? You crying and shit. And I'm not crying. I'm sitting there like, like, and I'm like, this is like, what you doing all that for? Because like, what you want me to say? Like, what you
R.I.P.
expect
to
from
the
me?
Henny bottle. Rest in peace to that damn Henny bottle.
Okay, bitch, like you threw the bottle. She talking about I don't drink
Rest in
Henny.
peace.
You don't drink Henny.
Next thing you know, Adriana gets introduced to the house. So the season's about to start ending. When she got to the house, were at that point were you over Blueface bringing people in? Like, what was your first impressions of her, and what'd you think?
I was over him bringing people in, but her, she wasn't like a problem. Nobody that was gonna be new was gonna be a problem for me. I didn't care. I was just like, unless they come in here cool, they cool. If they don't, they don't. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? We about to go home. Like that's on y'all if y'all want to trip. Y'all gonna be the ones going through it.
Right.
She was cool to me. I'm the one that peeped her when she first came. He was bringing her, like he had us at the bowling alley and shit. He was gonna surprise us with her, but we was already outside smoking. So when she pulled up, I peeped her and I was like, oh my god, that's the new girl. And I called her over and then, and all that. But I liked her and shit. The only thing was she just was not blue girl material.
Mm.
Just 100. She not saying her having morals and shit like that made her like not material, but it's just like you don't want to go, you don't want to swim,
Mm.
you don't want to twerk with us, you don't even want to vibe with us for like you
Wait,
not.
she didn't want to swim?
She want to swim nothing. Like
Oh,
that was more so the problem for everybody. But the main problem was with Halo because Halo felt like we all was asking you what you was doing, like what you had, what was you here for? Like
wow.
you
Right.
couldn't tell us, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about Halo, but Halo said that she was just a turn up girl. She stripped, she did like she liked to have fun. That's what she did. She didn't talk about fighting. She didn't talk about none of that. So like whatever you talked about that you was doing, you didn't show. Like you say you was from Vegas. We thinking you from Vegas. Oh, you lit. Oh, you da da da. Like you should have kept that. You should never auditioned. If she didn't want to get a tattoo neither,
Yeah.
so it's just like she didn't want none of the shit that was required. You feel me? Like so, we was just more so on the like, what are you here for, bitch?
Yeah. So Halo ends up calling her down to box. A lot of the fans in the questions and stuff, they were saying they felt like Halo bullied her and took that as a moment to like get her one fight. And do you think that was true, or do you think like
No,
no?
nobody pressed her in the house. Like Halo was not pressed in the house. Okay, like I don't remember nobody pressing Halo in the house. Okay, for her to even fight, there was no problem with Halo for her to be even fighting in the house. Halo didn't have a problem with nobody in the house for real, but like Drina and them like that, and everybody was already on that person's head. So Halo didn't want to be like a follower, like, oh, I'm about to just go fight her. No, like everybody wants to fight this bitch. Like she don't want to fight. Like you know what I'm saying? Whatever. We just not fucking with her. She was more so there to have fun. She wasn't caring about the extra shit. But the thing about to me was like I told Halo, I didn't personally understand why she wanted to fight her. Okay, I didn't personally understand it because I liked the shorty, even though she wasn't fun. I mean, it's like there's no reason for me not to like you. Like you're cute,
Right.
you know, you're you. Okay, Halo was more so on the like. I understand that, bitch, but we only got 4 days left, and ain't no bitch about to come in here just parlaying on our benefits. I felt her. Because bitch, you ain't about to just come in here and get the benefits and shit to do nothing. Like we all went through the trials and tribulations, bitch. We ain't ate. We all starved together in this motherfucker. We all had to deal with the bullshit that, like when we couldn't go nowhere or something because the motherfucker did this or somebody did
Right.
that. We all went through that shit together. So the fact is, I didn't see why everybody came for Halo because she was there from day one. So she has to say so, just like anybody else would have had to say so. It was just to me, I didn't have a reason to fight her or not like her. That Halo's her own person. So if Halo felt like, bitch, you here for nothing, you just taking up space, we could have had a better bitch there. Like, let's just be 100. Like,
Right.
nobody could say nothing to Naomi was because she came in with a bang. She came in like throwing money and shit like that. Like, she came in with fun. So nobody could say nothing about her. You know what I'm saying? That's what nobody came for her as a new girl because she came in with fun, shaking her ass,
Right.
doing her thing. Shorty came in on some schoolgirl shit. Like, I'm in the books. Like, I'm not a blue girl. You need to go home. Like, what's going on? So that was like, I didn't understand, but I understood.
Yeah. So you guys ended up getting the tattoos. If you guys can, I gotta go charge. I gotta go get the charger for my laptop. Show the fans your tattoo and what happened with Adriana and not wanting to get the tattoo. Did they kick her out like right when she said she's not gonna get it, or what happened with that?
Okay, so here's my tattoo, y'all. I had it added to something. But here's my tattoo. Um, technically, with the whole motherfucking tattoo thing with her, she knew about the tattoo, right? But she was not like, I don't know. Like honestly, I don't really know because from my understanding, I knew about the tattoo when I auditioned. I
Mm-hmm.
knew about all the requirements. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really an OnlyFans person, nothing like that either. But I knew that if I did this, I was gonna have to do that. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, like, I'm not a hoe. Shit, I don't do all the extra shit them bitches be doing either. But I
Yeah.
mean, I knew what I came for. I knew what I auditioned for. So the whole I'm not getting a tattoo thing, I can't blame nobody for talking what they was like Blue for kicking her out because he like you're not doing shit. He was saying the same thing. You're not doing nothing, and you don't want to get the tattoo. Well, what the fuck did I fly you out here for? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or why the fuck I even give a fuck about you? Like,
And also the last few episodes, we didn't see like the last episode. Why didn't Blue release it? Like we didn't see the last episode. We didn't see you guys leave the house. Did he hold that episode for some reason? Because we got like nothing. Last season we got the finale episode, it was like an hour, but this season it just ended off of Halo fighting her, and then that was really it.
mm, I don't know what's up with that. I get that question all the time. And
Right.
like Blue, he's not really like focused on it. You know, because I've asked him about our song as well and our music video we made,
Hmm.
and we have not got that yet. So like, really, the half the things y'all be asking us, we don't be knowing.
Oh wow.
That's a question for Blue because he knows about that, and that might still be popping out. You never know, but I don't know.
Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you some ending fan questions. It's gonna be like quick. So one of the questions wanted to know were you guys fed properly because some of the people felt like you guys were not eating great in that house. Tell the truth. Was y'all eating
No,
great?
we weren't eating like that good.
Oh,
Like, and motherfuckers would cook and
mhm.
not feed everybody. So it was like people would cook meals and shit, eat up all the food, not thinking about everybody else, and then we have to go grocery shopping again. Then motherfuckers was complaining about grocery shopping for us. And you know, like I said, 14 bitches need all that shit. And they
Right.
tripping like, you know, you got 14 bitches that can't eat this or can't eat that. So yeah, no. We was not eating that swell unless Blue was at the house. And yeah.
Okay. How did you feel about the boxing? Like some of the girls liked it and some of the girls didn't. So do you think the boxing worked? And do you think it gave girls respect, like Blue was saying in the house?
No. If you're gonna box at first. It's not
Mhm.
respect after you do all that other shit. Like, no, like if you got a problem with somebody, I feel like if you knew you was gonna want to do that, just say I want to box. Like, I think
Right.
it's only effective if it happens before the bullshit.
Hmm.
So
Someone wanted to know when Adriana got to the house, there was a rumor that she smelled. Was that true?
yes,
Oh
I did
man.
not smell her personally. I'm not gonna be one of the fake ones that ain't part like people to follow the leader and shit. I
Yeah.
never smelled her, but I was hearing that when they did smell her, they try to help her out and tell her, like Star did, and she was like, "Oh." So to me, I don't think she gave a fuck. Shit, if you don't give a fuck, you stink. Why the fuck? Shit, just don't sit by me. I didn't smell her. So I'm just like, hey.
We saw you braiding hair in the show. Do you still braid now? Because you were braiding backwards hair, which you did really, really good. You still braid now? One of the fans
Yes, I
wanted to
do.
know.
I do hair.
That's good.
Yeah, I did Jazzy sewing too.
Uh-huh.
So
And
yeah.
then, so someone wanted to know the night you fought Naomi, did you ever think of sneaking in the middle of the night into her room and fight her, or did they not give you guys that chance? Because probably security was outside the door.
No, so like the whole time, like I was told, like we were both told that we can't touch each other's shit and we can't fuck with each other in our sleep or we was gonna go home. And I wasn't going home for nobody. So it was just like yeah, like she was sleeping in the other room sometimes and I would sleep in my room and
Mhm.
shit. But yeah, love nah. Like I thought about it, but when I had mentioned it, Blue cut me off so quick. He's like, Nope, nope, y'all can't touch each other's shit and y'all can't fuck with each other in y'all sleep and y'all going home. I was like,
Right. Because the real Bad Girls Club, like the actual show, they
we
would
throw
like
that
mess
shit
with each other
out.
in their sleep, throw it in beds in the pool. Like,
Oh, trust me, if we could,
yeah,
we would. We would if we wanted to. Trust me, I wanted to. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be up all night fucking with bitches. Nah, you can't. You're gonna go home. All right, shit.
how long were you guys in the house?
21, 22 days.
Oh, that's a little bit. Oh wow.
But yeah.
Did Blue have you guys sign contracts before y'all went into the house? And
No, we
do
signed
you
them
know
like
what's
days
in your contract?
after.
Days after. Okay.
Contract was just like, I feel like the contract more so was just saying like anything that happens here stays here. Like anything that happens here, like you knew it was gonna happen. Like you knew
Right.
like what you putting yourself into, and we not totally saying like whatever happens, they could shit. We couldn't sue them.
Hmm. When
Really.
Seven got into the house, did you guys? Because she wasn't picked to be cast member. She said it in her confessional stuff. She just showed up. Did the security like, what are you doing here? Like, did they tell her like, what you doing here? Like, how did she ended up getting in
He
the house?
said he didn't even notice she was here until we got to the house. And that's why I fuck with that bitch. I said, bitch, you is crazy. Because the thing is, like, Blue is so, you could tell he was so caught up in all that shit that he didn't
Yeah.
even notice. I'm just like, the bitch booked her own flight. Like, she knew the Addy. She was not playing. Like, and she was on the bus.
Right.
So I was just like,
Were
when I
you
seen her,
guys?
I was late. But she told me she had a surprise for me. So I was like, when I seen her, I said, bitch, I knew. I knew it was up.
Were you guys paid to be in the house?
No.
No.
We got it looked like we was getting paid, you know. Every time we went to the strip club, he would hook us up with ones and shit like that. Bitches would be weird and keep them, but like you know me, I would splurge him on the bitches. That's what he gave us for.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How did you feel about the interview that Backwood did with No Jumper? Because it caused like a lot of story like in on Instagram and stuff because she talked about like all of the girls and stuff. Not you, but like most of the girls she's not talking to. How did you feel about that interview? And were you surprised she did it?
I wasn't surprised. Backwards, she's capable of a lot. You know what I'm saying? She knew half the people we was around. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was kind of mad. He didn't really give her a lot of like, you know, love like she should have got. She's a little too extra, but that's just how she is as an artist. That's who she is. I feel like she needs a lot more support. But like, Backwood, hey, I don't know the deep depths of her relationships with other people, but I fuck with her. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad she mentioned that she fuck with me too, just the same. Like,
Yeah.
so really, whatever that was said, I didn't give a fuck about it because I'm like, hey, look, that's between y'all and them. Just make sure you don't speak on me. That's all I'm saying.
What girls do you think were the messiest in the house?
Rose, Drina for sure, Mulan. And Cartier.
Oh wow. Was Drina like a troublemaker, as most of the girls said? Like a lot of the stuff that came out after the show, they made it seem like it was all Drina fault. Like somebody got fought, they're like,
It
oh, it's
wasn't
Drina
all
did it. It was
Drina fault.
Drina's
It was
fault.
just
It was
Drina
Drina's
was one of
fault.
them bitches that was secretive. She was always
Right.
that was the gossip girl. She was the one telling everybody shit like, oh, this was supposed to like,
Yeah.
you big ass bitch. Like, I just don't like how she act like more of a kid. Like, she need to act like she got 3 kids. Like, period. Like, cause
What falling out between the girls surprised you the most out of everybody after the show?
when Backward and all them fell out.
Yeah, that shocked me too.
Cause I said, oh, it was baby bestie ass. That's my bitch. This and that. Like, y'all all was fake. I told y'all, y'all all was talking about each other, boom, boom, boom. And then now y'all are not friends. And
Right.
yeah, like, so that's what the fuck they get, period. Because everybody was looking at me like I was such this bitch or whatever when I fucked with everybody on the same terms. We don't know each other. You know, I have no reason to call you my best friend, you my best friend. I don't know y'all. Y'all all is fucked with the same.
Right.
It was until after the show I found out who I really fucked with, and that's Halo and Self Made and 7. And like I fuck with Jody and Jasmine like that, but it's like a cordial type of thing. Like back when it like everybody I fuck with cordially except for like Star, Cartier, and Drina. Mulan is kind of cordial, you know, just like that. Like it's cordial, but I'm not really like fucking with nobody like that. But like Halo and Self Made.
Okay. And then, what do you think Blue could have did to make the show better for you guys? Like, do you think he should have? Because we heard the first season they gave him a deal for Zeus, but he denied it. Do you think he should have took the deal with Zeus and made it like a Jocelyn's Cabaret where y'all lived in like a house and stuff? Because I think if he had went with Zeus, it would have been better for you guys, and it would have gave you guys like way more exposure.
It would have. And I
Yeah,
wish I would have knew about that because, like, we could have talked about that. But yeah, I wish you would have because honestly, like, I wish we would have mics.
yeah,
For one, I wish we would have mics. And I wish that they would have just had like enough camera people because there was so much shit that was missed, and it was just so irritating to me because like a lot of shit didn't like back up nothing we were saying. You know what I'm saying? People would just be like going off what they seen, but what was posted, but they did not see. I was just more so just like, hey, y'all could talk, and when I feel like explaining myself, then I will. But
yeah.
I
And
don't
now's
have.
the time.
Okay,
What
like
happened in the house that we didn't see that like would shock people? Besides the fight with like Cripsess and Jazzy, did anything happen that didn't make it on camera that was like extremely like shocking that we don't know about?
when we fired the
The security guard.
security guard for touching everybody, not
So
everybody,
how
but
did that go down? Like, did like one of the girls go to Blue and say, "Oh, like he's creepy"? Like, because I seen
I
that on
believe they went
Instagram
to
afterwards.
Bobo about it, and Bobo took it to him, and Blue didn't play no games.
Oh wow, that's good that the fact that Blue did that, that showed that like he actually did care about you guys. So you got to give it up for Blue for that.
I
So
do. That's why I fuck with Blue. I really do.
yeah, before we go, like anything you want to tell the fans and tell them where to catch you besides on Instagram, anything you're working on, let them know.
Okay, y'all. So, right now I am working on my business page, which will be posted on my Instagram soon. Once again, at im.najaa. I am on TikTok right now, trying to run it up. You know what I'm saying? It has Naj.a.milli. You can check me out there. Go run me up, like some shit. I do hair. I am gonna start my business page and stuff. It's just I'm in Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
I just went to Atlanta, so right now it's like going slow but fast. So once I get
Yeah.
that shit posted, y'all will have that for everyone. But yeah, just show love, stay tuned. Quit believing these motherfucking comments. I said what I said. If y'all want to know something, ask me. Quit believing that
Yeah.
bullshit. I'm the realest bitch in the house, and I mean that.
You need to hop on YouTube. You would get some fucking real bread because you have
I
the
know.
following.
I do.
Let me
Yeah.
know. I can help you out with that. Seriously.
Yeah, so I am gonna try YouTube too. Actually, my YouTube I think is in my bio. I'm not sure if it's in there or not, but it is in there. And after this, I will go post it. But I am gonna start posting videos, so I want people to subscribe,
Right.
so that y'all can see when I put my intro and shit on there.
I will leave everything in the description down on the description box down below. So make sure you guys look out for that. So anything you want to say before we go?
I love y'all. Thank you for the support. Thank you for watching. Yeah, like and subscribe. Follow both of us, all that shit. And stay safe and COVID free.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Naj.
All right,
Y'all
no, thank
here
you.
first, Evner Entertainment. All right.